Hey, y'all. Welcome to Tony's Kitchen. Welcome to this video today. Today we're making caramel apple cookie dough. So, like I said, let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. I've already cut up the apples. I've already chopped up a Honeycrisp apple. I did that already to the smallest pieces I could do. So, I already did that. So, like I said, let's go ahead and get into this recipe. So, before we do, go ahead and make sure that you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to receive all the videos I upload from this point here on out, y'all. So, like I said, now let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to go ahead and start putting, actually, let me turn this camera the other way. Hold on. So, I'm going to go ahead and start putting my ingredients on in. Uh-oh. Trying to get it on up in here, right? Okay. I think I got it right. Y'all. All right. Yeah. So, let's start with the butter. And I'm only making one batch of this recipe just to let y'all know. Usually I'm making two, but I'm going to make one this time because it calls for so much oats and so much flour. So I learned my lesson, putting all that flour and oatmeal up in here. So, Jesus pieces. Okay, so like I said, there's the butter, y'all. We got the butter on up in there. So next I'm going to go with my sugars. And I'll, of course, start with the brown sugar first. Y'all, let me get all my stuff out of here. I did not do that when I started the video. I just realized that. All right. Y'all, this has been an interesting, rough week for me. I put it that way, as y'all probably can tell. So let me see. On Tuesday, I guess this is Thursday. Tuesday, early morning, got a message from my aunt. That one of my other aunts just suddenly passed away. And then later on that day, got a meeting at my job. They're talking about possibly furloughing us. So when you work for a nonprofit, furlough means you don't work, no pay, there's no back pay. So I'm like, this is crazy. So like I said, I've had an interesting week, I put it that way, so far. And it's just now Wednesday. Just now Wednesday, y'all. And I know there's a lot of folks out there going through stuff. Besides me, and my heart goes out to you as well. I don't know who you all are, but I will definitely keep you all in my prayers. I will definitely ask to keep me and my family in your prayers too, y'all. Because like I said, everybody right now is going through a rough time with all the shutdown. People are passing away. Life is still life, and even though the things are going on within the government. So like I said, definitely, y'all, pray for each other and be kind to each other too, y'all. Because like I said, you have no idea what the next person is going through. Just because they're smiling or happy or I don't know, talking about something crazy, whatever the case may be, you never know what they're going through, y'all. So like I said, keep everybody you see in your prayers and be kind to people, y'all. Just be kind. Does not take that much to be kind, y'all. Definitely does not. All right, so I put the brown sugar in there. Oh, and I didn't even mention, y'all. Of course, I'll put the ingredients into the description of the video so that you can check that out. And if you want to make this recipe for your family or for the holiday coming up, we have Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. You can make it for any holiday, y'all. But these are actually for my business cookies and ish. So, of course, a lot of times y'all probably see me making these doughs on here, but not baking the cookies right away. I don't bake all my cookies right away because, like I said, this is for a business. If there's an order, then I go ahead and bake and that kind of thing. And it may not be the same day that I make the cookie the cookie dough. Because usually I'm making cookie doughs well in advance so I can advertise them well in advance. I guess I put it that way too. So that's because I know some of y'all say, why ain't she making stuff and why ain't she baking the stuff so we can see the cookies? That's the reason why, y'all. It's for my business. So it's not made the same day that I'm baking, that I'm actually making the dough, y'all. So let's keep that in mind. Now, I know this may not be the channel for everybody if that's the case. I understand that. But like I said, this is, like I said, mine is going a little bit different because it's a business. A lot others may not have the business. So they're baking the same day and showing you how it's made. But of course, you'll see some reels on here that have the actual cookies on there too. And I will attach the video to the reels so y'all can go back to how the dough was made. I think that'll make it simpler. So let me get the white sugar, y'all. Let me get the white sugar. And like I said, y'all, let me know in the comments how y'all doing. Like I said, I definitely, I don't know all of you. I know some of you, because some of you all are family and friends. My god kids on here and that kind of thing, too, on my YouTube channel. So like I said, let me know how y'all doing in the comments, y'all. Like I said, I know a lot of folks are going through things, not just me, but like I said, let me know how y'all doing in the comments. So I care about y'all, too, y'all. Definitely, like I said, we got to care about each other, so there's a lot of stuff going on. And some folks may not be affected, but everybody I know is affected. So with something going on now, right now. Uh-oh. All right, let's go ahead and get this mixed on up, y'all. All right. It's a mixing, y'all. I'll put it that way. I know I'm gonna have to get some of that butter off this doggone thing. I think it looks like it's stuck on there a little bit. A little bit. And y'all, I've been baking for at least 20, let me see, almost 3 decades. I just put it that way because I don't know the but when I first got my first apartment, I was 19 and I started, of course, trying to bake things then. I put it that way and learn how to make things then. So I'm 49 now, so that has been for what 30 years. So like I said, I messed up a lot of stuff, of course, in the beginning. But what I was saying that to say that baking for me has been a way that I've healed over the years. It helps me, of course, relax. It helps me, of course, strategize. Even though I may get frustrated making something, but like I said, it's still definitely it's a stress reliever for me as well, and it's something that I can do that makes me, of course, happy. It makes me feel like I'm doing something and creating something good for the people. I guess I put it that way. Yes, while it's a business, it hasn't always been a business. When I first started out, of course, it wasn't a business. It was just me learning how to bake for several years. I put it that way. Give my family stuff. They were my guinea pigs in the beginning, not just with cookies, but with pound cakes. I make cupcakes, all the stuff that I make. I make a lot of stuff besides just cookies, y'all. But if y'all are local in Tucson, then of course you can get some of those items. But otherwise, I don't ship those except the cookies. So, but like I said, I make a lot of things, and of course, like I said, I've been baking for a long time. And like I said, it has, of course, like I said, helped relieve stress, all types of things over the years. Like I said, it's definitely helped me heal over the years. And going through what I'm going through right now with the job and, of course, with the loss of my family, like I said, it's definitely taking my mind off things a little bit and, of course, giving me a chance to create. I guess I put it that way. And I hope that your creativity do the same for you, too. I'm hoping. And just keep in mind, you don't have to bake. Some people dance. Some people love art. Some people draw, paint, all types of things. Like I said, whatever that creativity for you is, make sure that you use it when times are rough and things are going on. I guess I put it that way. Don't just sit there and suffer in silence and that kind of thing. Use that gift that God gave you, like I said, to create something with. Even if it's talking on video, because I have another channel called Toni that claim my name, where I do talk on video a lot. Uh-oh. Like I said, I do talk on video a lot. I have thousands, I'm pretty sure, videos on here on YouTube, and not just Eating Travel with Toni, but like I said, my regular channel I had first, Toni Clay, and I put the link in the description for y'all if y'all want to check it out. But that channel is more focused on, of course, because I'm a social worker by degree, and of course that's something that's been near and dear to me as far as helping folks be who they are and, of course, live their truth. I guess I put it that way. So like I said, I talk a lot about mindset, relationships, because it all ties in together. It's not just you as a person that's on this earth. You're usually here with other people, whether that's a partner or whether that's kids or whether that's family. Like I said, everything that we do and change and not change in our lives affects everybody around us. So like I said, those are the things I talk about on that channel. So like I said, I put the information in the description just in case you want to check that out too, and just in case you need that. So like I said, not just on this video, but I have at least 1,000 videos talking about that, I'm sure. Okay, butter, you want to play today? Let me put this butter off the side, y'all. And like I always say in the videos, I don't care what kind of mixer you have. Make sure you scrape the sides to get the butter off, y'all. And make sure all the ingredients are mixed up at the bottom, too. Because a lot of times the mixer is not reaching down there and you're going to end up having a whole bottom of soup down there, of eggs and whatever else has settled. Because I've had that happen. That's why I'm telling y'all. So make sure that y'all do that. Scrape the sides, y'all. Scrape the sides. All right, now. Because you don't want soup and a whole bunch of eggs at the bottom and your mix ain't made right. So get it. Make sure you check that, y'all. If you don't want to do it, that's up to you too. But I'm definitely urging you to do it. I don't care what they promise you in the advertisement about the mixer. Trust me, they all need to. You always have to scrape the sides and the bottom. And next up, we're gonna put the vanilla in our next, y'all. All right. So we're gonna put this vanilla on in there. And like I said, the ingredients will be in the description of the video, just to remind y'all. So if you want to make this, look in the description. It's gonna be down there. What is this? Lord, what is this? Oh goodness. Okay. What's happening with this? I need a half. 1.5 tablespoons. Teaspoons. Lord Jesus. All right. That's the wrong doggone thing. That's a tablespoon. Now I told y'all I'm gonna mix around today. That's all right. That's all right. 1 teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoons actually. There's the first one, y'all. And here is my half. There's my half, y'all. Put this on so I won't waste this doggone vanilla. All right, let's get this going, y'all. Let's get this going. Get these paper towels. Some vanilla mixed on in. So next up, I'm going to do some of the dry ingredients like the baking soda, cinnamon, salt, those types of things. So let me see what all I need. Let me get the salt over here. I got the salt over here already. I need 1.5 teaspoons. Okay. Just found one. Where's my other teaspoon? Oh, here it is. All right. So I'll start with the baking soda first. Baking soda first. It's already right here. Baking soda. The next up will be the cinnamon. And that, both of those call for 1 teaspoon, y'all. I'm just trying to clean up as I go along too. So a little bit, as much as I can. All right, here comes a cinnamon. Cinnamon. And next is the salt. So this is 1/2 teaspoon. Come on, thing. Lord. Make it hard to get the thing off the salt. I'm not sure what's going on. Lord Jesus. All right, there's the salt. All right. Cinnamon. All right, so let's go ahead and get this going. Go ahead and get that going. All right. And I got to scrape down the sides. Of course, that cinnamon, as always, bunches up on the sides, y'all. It always does that. Why, I am not sure, but it always does. I guess because it's a fine powder. It's probably why, but it always does, y'all. Always does, y'all. I know my hand is in the way, but it has to be in order for me to get this off the sides up here. Because it's all over here too, y'all. Not just in the back. It's all over everywhere. On the sides. And usually when I do this, it'll go ahead and mix on up. It happens, y'all. Good Lord Jesus. It happens, y'all. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to get this on in there. Let's mix this up again, y'all. All right. Yeah, I'm unsure what to put in there next, y'all. I'm trying to decide what to put in there. Let me get this crazy butter off here because it's there we go. Crazy butter right now. Crazy butter. All right. Keeps messing up on me. Some parts of it. It always happens. Y'all seen any of my other videos? Y'all know sometimes we have some stray butters. For some reason, they don't mix all the way up in the mix. Craziness. But by the time you put the other ingredients in there, the flour and all that, it'll mix up, y'all. Don't worry. Let me see. So I'm trying to see if I want to put the flour right now. Actually, I'm going to put the apples. I want to put the chopped apples. Because like I said, I'm doing this how I want to do it, but I'm going to put the chopped apples. So they turn them brown, and I got to hurry up and put them in here anyway. But okay, come on up out of there. All right, let me get these apples up out of here. I will use my little thing. Oh, I'm going to throw them on the floor. Lord. All right, y'all. I'm going to drop them on the floor. I have to pick those up afterwards. Actually, I may have to do it now. I don't want to step on them. Where did they go? Oh, you stupid apples. Lord have mercy. You don't want to go on a mix? That's all right. All right, let me go ahead and get this mixed up. Oh, my goodness. Lord have mercy, Jesus. And now I'm actually going, I know I didn't mix those all the way, but now I'm going to go ahead and scrape down the sides, but I'm going to put in the flour too, y'all. Right now. Uh-oh. I'm probably going to throw some chips up in here. Probably some, I'm not sure which kind yet. Maybe white chocolate. Because I always like chips in the cookies, y'all. I'm going to have to decide that while I'm doing this. So it's caramel, white chocolate. Yeah, I think I put the, well, no. I could put the chocolate chips in there possibly. But I don't know, y'all. I have to decide. Well, I'll decide once I get closer to them. I can't decide what I want to put in there. Chocolate chips or white chocolate. Y'all have an idea? Let me know in the comments. Even though I'm making this and I'm already made it, but still, let me know in the comments. It don't matter, y'all. Let me know. Because the next time I make these, I may switch it up. So just let me know, y'all. So I need 1.5 cups of flour. Let me get this out of the way. 1.5 cups of flour. Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, that's the half. Oh, you know, let me just go ahead and get the half cup on in there. Get the half cup on up in there. And I'll get the cup in shortly. And y'all, I've been trying to do all my, as many as I can, cookie videos. I mean, cookie dough mixes. What do you want to call it? Making cookie doughs. I've been trying to do as many as I can on video. Because like I said, people do keep asking for the recipe. And I know I don't mind sharing the recipes. And I know that everybody does not bake and mix the same. So you may do something. I mean, it may not come out still like mine. I have no idea. But I'm not sure. But sometimes it does. It depends on how you bake and what your oven set at and all that kind of stuff too. So, and everybody has their own process. And recipes are, of course, on Pinterest all around the place. On Facebook all around the place. So, of course, you're going to have recipes everywhere. So what's the point of not gateholding some, whatever it's called? What is it called? Gatekeeping some recipes. That's something I've never gatekeeped anything, to be honest. So I don't mind. In case y'all wondering. So I don't mind at all. That's something I don't mind, y'all. Never have. Uh-oh. Righty, smighty. Flour, syrup. Oh, let's put this on there. Flour. Caramel balls. Still trying to decide about the doggone chocolate chips. What kind, y'all? I have no idea. All right, let me scrape down the sides and get this oatmeal up in here. Let's mix up as much as I'm going to let it mix for right now anyway. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on. Apple snapples. Apples and apples. Let me make sure I'm getting the bottom of this bad boy mixed up in here too. I want to make sure that's being done. All right. All right. All right, y'all. All right. And like I said, let me know in the comments, of course, first, how y'all doing? Because I know, like I said, I'm not the only one that's going through trials and tribulations with family loss or any kind of loss right now. Job loss, anything like that. I'm going through both of those, but like I said, that's okay. I know God's got me in some type of way. I guess I put it that way. So I may not know today. I'm not going to know today, but that's all right. So, but like I said, something's gonna give. I guess I put it that way. I'm very sure of that. But like I said, let me know how y'all doing, y'all. I'm hoping, like I said, that even though you're going through tough times, I'm hoping that you're still being nice and kind to the next person, y'all. And don't just dismiss them or blow them off or who cares, whatever somebody's going through, this kind of thing. Be kind, y'all. Like I said before, it don't take a lot to be kind. And let me get this oatmeal. I got to get 3 cups. Now, I'm right behind the mixer. If y'all can see me back here with my hand waving. I'm getting putting the oatmeal over in the cup now. Right behind the mixer, so. Now, I'm not going to measure this to the T. Oh, crap, I'm going to waste the oatmeal all over the place. Some of it anyway. Lord. Okay. Whoa. Dropped a lot down there. All right now. Trying to put this in here because the mixer is turned the other way. So let me see. And this is the last one, y'all. And just, I do want to say for those who, of course, are loyal watchers, just know that I'll be posting a video soon. Reintroducing, I guess I put it that way, myself, what's going on. And this video was done, of course, earlier this week before all the other crap had happened. I put it that way, all the other horrible bad things that happened. But like I said, I definitely will have another video. It's going to be a podcast video for this channel. So like I said, y'all be looking out for it. I'll be getting it posted in the next few days. So like I said, definitely make sure that you check it out. And by the time you see the video, it'll already be on there anyway. So like I said, definitely make sure you check it out. Like I said, just reintroducing the channel, who I am, what I'm looking to do, and that kind of thing. Even though we're going through tough times, everybody, the economy, all this kind of stuff, the job loss for a lot of people, not just me. Like I said, I'm definitely going to try as much as I can to stick with the plans I have in that video. I know that may sound crazy to some, but that's the one. Once you see the video, you'll probably understand why I put it that way. So, but like I said, definitely make sure that you check that out. And I might even put it in the description here. We'll see. But make sure that you check that out, y'all. What time is it? Okay. All right. And caramel balls. I'm putting those up in here. As soon as I get the doggone bag open. As soon as I get the bag open, y'all. As soon as I get the bag open. There we go. All right. And I'm not measuring. I'm just pouring. I know it says a cup, but whatever I want to put in here is what I'm going to put in here. That's how I do all my recipes. I don't take my time to figure out what the recipe says about, especially when it's added in. I do it as I feel, y'all. You don't have to do that. That's just how I always have done. Let me see. Caramel, chocolate chips, white chocolate chips, milk chocolate. I'll put milk chocolate. Well, you know what? I'm trying to see, y'all. I should put milk chocolate or I gotta hurry up, so I know I gotta. But let me see. I don't know. I want white. You know what? I'll go with the white chocolate. I'll go with the white chocolate, y'all. I am a white chocolate lover, actually, but I know it's not real chocolate. But I'll definitely go with the white chocolate. I think it'll add a different kind of pizzazz to the mix instead of just our regular traditional chocolate chip. But you can put the recipe. It don't even call for chips, but I'm putting them in there anyway. But like I said, you can add whatever you want to add. If you want to put chocolate chips in there, white chocolate chip, you don't have to. I'm just doing that. Like I said, the recipe does not call for it, but that's what I do. Like I said, I make up my own stuff as I go along. If you don't want to do that because this is your first time doing this, don't do it. But that's how I operate, y'all. Always have been. Let me go ahead and get this mixed on up. Go ahead and get this mixed on in. Ready? Looks good to me. Yeah, looks good. All right. All right. All right, y'all. So like I said, this is how this mix is going to be. I am going to have to put this inside of a bowl, of course. I can't just leave it in this bowl to put into the fridge. So I'm going to stick this bad boy into the fridge too. But once I get into another bowl, I'm sticking it to the fridge. But it still has to get cool. You don't have to do that if you don't want. As a business, that's what I do because I have to freeze these. So in order to, of course, have cookie balls at any time somebody wants to order, not just for today. So, close these cabinets. So like I said, y'all, let me flip this back around as soon as I figure out. All right. So like I said, y'all, I'm about to put this cookie dough into a bowl. Oh, here's my bowl. I said, where in the world is my bowl? Into my trusty old plastic bowl, y'all. I use that bowl or the other bowl for me to put the cookie dough in, but just let me make sure ain't no dust or nothing on my bowls. Because any place settles with dust. So, like I said, I'm about to just put this dough into this bowl. I can show y'all that part if you want. It doesn't matter to me, but some of y'all it may matter, so I'll definitely show you that part, y'all. It don't usually take long. Just me throwing the dough into the bowl. I put it that way. So, let me get this rinsed off. Uh-oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. All right, so I got to get all this off here first. I'll just turn it back down so y'all can see what I'm doing, y'all. And I'm just cleaning the, this thing. Oh, yeah, my mind is slipping today, but this thing. So, the beater, I guess it's called. I'm assuming that's the appropriate name. I really don't know, but whatever it is, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'll put it that way. So let me just get this on off her. Uh-oh. Okay. As much as I can get, y'all. As much as I can get. All right. And this dough is kind of wet. I don't like dealing with wet doughs too much at all, y'all. But sometimes we have to. This is my first time making this this actual mixed cookie dough. So sometimes it happens, y'all. Oh. Hey, sweetie. Hey, sweetie. All right, y'all. Let me get a big spoon so that I can, of course, put this dough over in there. Otherwise, I ain't gonna be able to. So let me get a big spoon, y'all. Just dump the cookie dough. Uh-oh. Okay. Like I said, this is all I do for this part. Just put it into the bowl. Like I said, it's going to have to go into the fridge, though. And I usually make cookie dough balls for all of my cookies, unless I'm baking cookie cakes or that kind of thing. And it just stays in the same container. So, I mean, yeah. Otherwise, and I have used my cookie balls, of course, because any cookies that I make, any cookie dough that I make, rather, they all can be turned into cookie cakes, just to let y'all know as well. If y'all are in the Tucson area, like I said, I can ship out the cookies. I do ship out cookie boxes, a cookie box of 6 cookies, and I'll put that information in the description for you as well. Again, my business is called Cookies and Ish, and like I said, I'm based out of Southern Arizona here in Tucson. But like I said, I can ship the cookies, which I have happy cookie boxes. That's what they're called, happy cookie boxes. So like I said, I'm trying to spread the happiness as much as I can, because I know a lot of junk is going on, y'all. A lot. To bring some happiness in some type of way to somebody. I put it that way. Including myself, y'all. So, because we all need it right about now. So like I said, they're called happy cookie boxes. And like I said, definitely, if you want to order one, it's in the description. Go ahead and pick you up one, y'all. But if you're in Southern Arizona, there is a local site that I use called Hot Plate. And you will see it on the website, too. You can order locally or meet me at an event locally if you want to come to one of the events and just pick up your stuff there. So either one is fine with me. Right, so that's all for this, y'all. All for this. So my fingers got stuff all over it. Oops. Like I said, y'all, that's all for this particular recipe. Like I said, making the caramel apple cookie dough. So like I said, definitely I hope y'all have enjoyed this video and the talk that came along with it too. Because like I said, I know people need some reassurance, some kindness, some joy, some happiness, some something right about now. So like I said, including myself. So like I said, with that, y'all, I want to thank y'all for tuning into this video today. And of course, make sure that you, of course, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, me making different desserts and food, because I make food on here too, crock pot meals and all types of meals, I put it that way. So make sure that y'all check them out. And I travel too. And like I said, I'll be posting my you will see the podcast about the new angle for the, not new angle, but just reintroducing myself back to this channel, I guess I put it that way. And the things that I'm changing, not changing it, I'm not changing everything, but some of the things I'm trying to bring to the forefront more and more and more, I put it that way. So like I said, make sure that y'all check out that podcast. And like I said, I'll definitely put the link to it in the description, because you'll see the video on here too. So with that, y'all, again, I'm Toni. This is Toni's Kitchen, Eat and Travel with Toni. Subscribe, click the notification bell. I'll see y'all in the next video, y'all. Peace out.